Welcome back to Arsenal Report, and today we're going to play a little game of stay or leave amongst some of the players who were crucial players for us in the last two title runs, but all either have 1 year left on their contract or none, and are most likely, at least rumored, to be leaving Arsenal this coming summer. And we'll start with Leandro Trossard, who I think is the most interesting of this group because he definitely adds the most value to the current squad in terms of lack of what we have and what we need moving forward. The question is, though, he's 30 years old. He's got 1 year left on his contract come this summer. Do Arsenal decide to cash in whatever way that means cashing in? It's not going to be a massive amount. Maybe they can recoup almost what they paid for him in that 15 to 25 million pound range, depending on if it's a Saudi interest, if it's other Premier League interest, if it's interest from around Europe. I can't imagine it'll be more than 20. I'd be shocked. I don't think Arsenal will sell for less than 12, maybe 15 with add-ons. So it's not any massive deal. But the question is, do we want to start becoming a club that maximizes the potential profit in sales and doesn't let people leave on a free transfer? And Leandro Trossard's an interesting one in this conversation for me because he does add something that we don't really have, which is an inevitability to score from really hard situations, tough situations, good transition player, ability to play across anywhere on the front line. But he has really struggled to succeed in possession for us, either at left wing or at striker. He's lost a little bit of burst. He's lost the ability to take his man on. He can kind of ghost in games, even in games he scores goals. As a side, I don't think we're great when he's actually on the pitch. Although, as we saw on the weekend against Ipswich Town, he scored twice. He has scored some crucial goals for us this season and in previous years. And he's been nothing but a great servant for the club. For me, it's a leave situation for Leandro Trossard. I think if any kind of offer comes in, 1 year left on his contract, we can replace him in other ways. We can replace him within the squad. We can replace him in the transfer market. And there won't be a lot of minutes for Leandro Trossard next year if we bring in two forwards. Yes, Gabriel Jesus is still out as well, but he'll come back maybe October, maybe November, definitely by the new year. And then the minutes for Leandro Trossard are really gone. So to me, Leandro Trossard's an easy sell decision, especially if we get a decent enough offer for him. Moving on to Alexander Zinchenko, who really had been kind of a complete game changer for Arsenal when he came in. He completely reshaped the way we were able to play. That magical run to start the 2022-23 season, he was probably our best player outside of Bukayo Saka. The way that he dominated the inside of the pitch, the way he controlled possession, the inverted left back, he completely and utterly changed the way we played in a way that I don't think many people were prepared for. But over the last couple of years, he's been exposed for a lot of defensive frailties. He has not had a consistent run of games in the side, and we've replaced him with multiple different left back signings since his arrival at the club. Now, Ole Zinchenko is an excellent technician. I am a huge fan of the way that he plays. I think he still offers something to this team. But if the rumors of Dortmund for 20 million, 25 million, or Atletico Madrid in that range are true with a player 28 years old, so he still has a lot to offer, 1 year left on his contract, we take that money all day. We've replaced him with Miles Lewis-Skelly. Miles Lewis-Skelly is a more advanced, better version of Ole Zinchenko in a lot of ways. And as great as Zinchenko has been for us, and I do think we'll really miss him, and I think as much as Miles Lewis-Skelly can replace Zinchenko, I still think he's offered a lot the few times he's come on this year and just been that player. He always is willing to eat up space in front of him, be in the middle of the park, swing the ball, play through balls. He really is a good player, but again, we need to go big this summer, and every dollar and cent that comes in is going to count towards another player that we can bring into the side. And Zinchenko is too redundant in this squad currently, and there are plenty of players who can replace a lot of what he does, even though Kieran Tierney is also on his way out as a left back. The next one is Thomas Partey. I think there were a lot of discussions early in the year about potentially adding a year to his current contract. His contract is up at the end of the year, 31 years old, and we all know about his injury issues. Yes, this year he has been fit for the first time as an Arsenal player for the entirety of the season. 161 times he's played for the Arsenal since he signed. 79 matches missed. But the matches he's missed, I was surprised it was, not that that's few, but I was surprised it wasn't closer to equal time because he seemingly missed every important run in every important match that we need him, including being suspended for this PSG tie, obviously in the Champions League. And of course, there's the off-the-field issues with Thomas Partey. I'm not here to decide whether they're true or not, but there's no doubt that having that hanging around him, having a boo go around the crowd every single time he touches the ball, we don't need that at Arsenal. That's not the kind of club that we are, and we don't sign a new contract with Thomas Partey. Yes, we're going to need to go out and replace him. Of all the players I've mentioned, he's the one who is going to be most needed to be replaced immediately, and that's why I think Zubimendi is a done deal, one that'll be done over the line immediately. June 1, June 2, maybe by June 5th, realistically. That is a deal that will be done immediately to replace Thomas Partey. His wages are incredibly high. His legs are gone. He's as great as he's been this year. We don't control matches the way we need to when he's in there. He's not a controller. Makes too many risks, takes too many risks. He oftentimes gets caught out. He's oftentimes running back when he should be the guy in front of the ball. And Thomas Partey, although he's had some great moments at the club, it's time for him to leave and move on to some different pastures. I think Saudi will be a great fit for him. There has been talk of being reunited at Atletico Madrid because of how great he's performed this year. And a lot of fans want to see him stay at the club. But to me, there's no doubt about this one. Of the three that I've mentioned, he would be the most frustrating to continue to be an Arsenal player moving forward. He's the one we have a replacement ready to come in. And obviously the off-the-field issues, it's a big no for me. Another leave. And last but not least, maybe the most forgotten Arsenal player, a player who we've only seen play 6 minutes this year in Takahiro Tomiyasu, who was a revelation when he came to Arsenal. And every time he's played, he's really been nothing but spectacular, aside from that one mistake that led to a Kevin De Bruyne goal at the Emirates that we all remember so well. But Takahiro Tomiyasu is 26 years old. He's got 1 year left on his contract with the potential to extend it. He has missed 101 matches since joining. He's only played in 83. But he is one of the most unique players in the world. And if he can get fit, if this most recent knee surgery, which they believe it will be, if that knee surgery can actually fix these problems he's been having for 3 years since he tore his MCL in that match against Sporting Lisbon in the Europa League, if this has fixed those issues, there's no doubt that this is a player that needs to stay. Because not only can he cover at right back or left back, but he's our best Saliba cover at center back that we have in the side. His ability to pass with both feet, his recovery speed, his comfortability on the ball, his ability to really defend in any kind of channel, in any situation, maybe the best defender at the club outside of Saliba and Gabriel, even including the likes of Yuri and Timber. Takahiro Tomiyasu is an irreplaceable player, and should we not keep him, we should not sell for anything less than 35 million euros or pounds, 30 million pounds, 35 million euros. He is such an unbelievable player when he's fit, and there's no reason to sell on him at this point. Listen, if he next year can't play at all and he ends up leaving on a free, so be it. There's nothing Arsenal could have done about that. But you're going to get pennies on the dollar for Takahiro Tomiyasu this summer. And this is a player that's irreplaceable in any squad. He offers so much. His versatility and his ability are top level. He's got a great mentality, and he's got a lot of fight in him to come back and play. And I think you forget, Miles Lewis-Skelly is going to go into midfield next year. So Calafiori is really going to be our only left back in the side. Takahiro Tomiyasu is going to have to play as kind of a left back next year. If you think about it, we've got two right backs in Timber and White. We've got Saliba and Gabriel. We've got Calafiori and Tomiyasu at left back. And then Tomiyasu and Timber can both play at center back. Kivior might be staying. It looks like we're going to bring another center back in. But Tomiyasu is a must-stay for me. I'm excited to watch him come back from this most recent knee surgery. Thanks so much for watching Arsenal Report. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like. Give us a comment on what you want me to talk about, as always, and hit that subscribe button.